like leaked for like almost a year now. Insanity, yes. But it was supposed to be like the 4th anniversary, or at least that's what everyone was assuming, but that wasn't the case. Oh, just different versions, okay. We'll skip ahead here. Oh. Just reminded to do the countdown.
Our anniversary stream is about to start. Doctor, is all the equipment in place?
No, everything's destroyed.
Doctor?
You have to redo the stream.
Doctor! Dr. Kaltzit says we should always devote our full attention to our work.
No! Sleep's important. Why are you doing it at 7 a.m.? This is why it's like 1 p.m. right now. Plot twist.
Yep, all our attention. There's still lots to be done. We can't afford to have you resting. Dr. Kaltzit sent me over to
This is like a big F you to people who are sleeping.
Once we make sure everything's
by the way,
we'll rendezvous near the lift. Oh, it's all working normally, I see. Good work, Doctor. Oh, I
said they upgraded the VR modeling.
She's back from her volcano field survey. She told me lots about what she saw on her survey this time. I never knew volcanic rock floats on water. I'd really like to see that with my own eyes, if I got the chance. She seems more.
So if you're wondering how I sound like
her trip,
with this
and
virus,
it's so much easier
there
to
you
talk
go.
to her now. She also brought back plenty of presents for everyone, and the little black sheep are helping bring them in now. But halfway through our conversation, one of the black sheep suddenly hopped onto Dr. Kaltzit's head as she was walking by. So Aya Fiala had no choice but to run after the naughty sheep. Doctor, Aya Fiala also gave me her survey report. Dr. Kaltzit told me to remind you that you have to finish going over it before the stream starts for real. We still have a bit of time. Let's take a look together.
I thought this was the beginning, but whatever. This is probably just like a overview thing. Yeah. Probably over the year. Oh, never mind. Okay, they're just doing the... I thought it was like literally like an overview thing that they usually do, not like actual this. Like I said, if you want to see me do the original reaction, legitimately just watch it on YouTube. Like, it's there. I don't know. What are they gonna do to the guest? I'm assuming it's gonna be Fiala. You know, first actually, I never really got the time to just actually look at it and see some nice details. Anyway, overall, like, I wasn't really like super happy about this reveal. Because it was literally just like 2 alters in a row. No new characters, people that have been wanting for some time. Just an alter for a character that was kind of obvious that was going to get eventually. And then one of them that was kind of surprise factor, which is Effia. So obvious Swire was going to get one. It's just a matter of time.
It's almost time for our meeting with Dr. Kaltzit. Let's hurry.
Is it is it just her?
Dr. Kaltzit.
Oh.
Amia. How's the equipment looking? I wouldn't want to see this stream postponed because of a certain someone's negligence.
Dr. Kaltsit, the doctor did very well. Please go easy.
Fine. One more thing, Doctor. You are
Beth?
due for a medical examination the day after tomorrow. Do not forget. Amiya, Eyafyala has briefed me on this siesta operation. We've detected a volcanic eruption in Siesta. Obsidian originium activity in the surrounding area is also on the rise. Obsidian is one of the minerals commonly found in Siesta.
But yeah, I will say this
Obsidian
again.
mining
It's
and
definitely
trading
they
its
upgraded
products
the
are two
VR
critically
modeling to
important
them,
industries to
which
the
is
local economy.
definitely noticeable. It's actually pretty
Although
good.
The local government has already formally banned the mining on environmental concerns. We have learned from our liaison office in Siesta that there remains a great number of citizens who continue to mine obsidian illegally. Illegal mining is a clear violation of local regulations in itself, and the miners also suffer a significantly greater risk of contracting erypathy if they are scraped by active originium during the mining process. As a vacation destination, an unknown number of erypathy sufferers hiding their infection status is extremely dangerous. Amiya, I want to hear what you think of all this.
We need to investigate and determine the number of infected as soon as possible in order to gather the requisite quantity of medicine. But before that, we need to send a medical team to Siesta immediately.
I see. That's another step forward you've taken on your path as Rhodes Island's leader.
Thank you, Dr. Kaltsit. But first, we need to—
Operator Salon had already reported on the situation in Siesta before Eyafyala's return to Rhodes Island. Our medics are already on their way.
Phew! I knew it! Oh, but the city has already suffered the volcano's destruction.
Siesta was indeed a non-nomadic city before, but after the conclusion of the Obsidian Festival, its mayor,
They
Operator
moved,
Salon's
yep.
father,
Mhm.
decided to move his city to a newly developed nomadic
If you didn't
platform.
read that, here's your lord
The
breakdown.
eruption did not affect this new Siesta. But old Siesta has now sunk into the magma.
Dr. Kaltsit.
However, Eyafyala also mentioned that the little black sheep were unusually active in this operation. Not only did they eat many of the city's street signs, they also created mayhem throughout. Some children even spotted little black sheep surfing in the lava.
Eyafyala made a special video in hopes of putting a stop to the sheep's mischief.
Oh, doesn't
Let's
look like
watch
you're doing a
this
good
clip
job.
together. Is this a street in Siesta? There's a bunch of Carmine critters causing trouble.
It seems Swire is leading the effort to maintain public order. Have you noticed the carmine steam and pure white steam wafting through the streets?
I think Swire got burned by the Carmine steam.
Any operator fighting in carmine steam-shrouded areas will receive continuous elemental damage. But there is more to the carmine steam. Within those areas, the damage that our enemies receive is significantly reduced, while the damage that our units receive goes up. However, conversely, as soon as we enter a pure white steam-covered area, the damage modifications are flipped. Our operators gain the upper hand.
Okay, it's
How
literally
do we
just yin
break
and
back
yang
the Carmine
mechanics,
steam
but
on the
with
streets,
steam.
then?
Not only are the hot spring geysers one of Siesta's most renowned features, they are also the key to our victory over the enemy.
It's Madame Chen!
Operator Chen has arrived at the geyser to provide cover. From this position, our operators can spread pure white steam over the enemy.
The Lungman senior superintendents work so well with each other. But Wire's attacks are out of the reach of Madame Chen's cover.
You can also create pure white steam by breaking steam soda bottles. Steam soda is one of the Siestan Fashion Street's most famous products, and the soda bottles are also our countermeasure to dispersing the carmine steam.
Did the tile get covered by carmine steam again after the carmine sheep was defeated?
That is correct. At the same time, Dolly, Sovereign of Sheep, and some of his more unique clones can also quickly douse large areas with steam. Which is why we must maximize the geyser's effects to our advantage during this mission.
Oh no! Dolly is coming! And there are so many little black sheep behind him. Wow. The street is covered with carmine steam.
Right. To avoid such a situation, we must be sure to bring enough soda bottles.
Who's he jigging with?
Naturally, our operators are up against more than just steam. There are also certain other creatures they will have to face.
Other creatures? You mean the little sheep out on the streets?
Right. Do not let their seemingly harmless outward appearance fool you. Excessive passion can do you harm. Take, for example, the most commonly seen of the sheep, Hot Springs mischievous rascals. Their distinguishing feature is the goodies they wear on their heads. Their intense curiosity drives them to play with anyone they see. The mischievous rascals do not have very high attack power, but once defeated, they leave behind a cloud of carmine
You know, it would be
steam
kind of cool to
that
actually see the
interferes with
mask
our
fall off,
operators'
the clone head.
Oh, then we've got to be
Would it
careful
be
when
more
we
of a
run into
better,
them. Dr. Kaltsit, how come you sound kinda different compared to usual?
Please, do not get the wrong idea. It was Operator Aya Fiala who named them, and I am merely reading the names out from her document. Aside from the mischievous rascals, in the area, you will also find the Hot Springs wandering vagrants, looking for toys in the surf shops.
I understand these sheep practice their skateboarding skills on the streets. They are very fast. Some say they're preparing for their upcoming lava surfing championships. Their speed aside, they also like to stack the Hot Springs mischievous
I'm
rascals.
guessing they're invisible until they get blocked.
But I wonder how these sheep carry such heavy things while skateboarding.
Doctor, you no doubt remember how the sheep help Aya Fiala transport objects around Rhodes Island. Using the same principle,
I never see that
the
usually.
Hot Springs wandering vagrant first quickly accelerates its skating speed before carrying a mischievous rascal. Not only that, any tile a vagrant skates past, a cloud of carmine steam will appear.
Oh, with their speed, they'll spread carmine steam all across the site really quickly.
It is critical to stop the spread of carmine steam, but we must also pay attention to any sheep that could deal additional damage to our operators. For example, the data indicates that our operators must focus on targets known as big fellas. The big fellas are enormous in size and slow in movement. They are never picky about what they eat. Sometimes, they even swallow a few mischievous rascals by mistake.
Whoa, they swallow them?
Correct. In doing so, they can carry mischievous rascals around, and when they encounter
So
our
they're just gonna
operators,
be
attack them
really
by
annoying
spitting the
enemies in
mischievous
this event.
rascals out.
Gotcha.
It's worth noting that the mischievous rascals that are spit out will also trail clouds of carmine steam,
Just have
making
us
it
archer,
more
man.
difficult to deal with the big fellas, who have high
It seems
attack
like an
and
archer is
defense
gonna be
to
really
begin
good
with.
at keeping the steam up for you.
Did Aya Fiala mention how we can deal with them?
Although big fellas may seem difficult to overcome, their res is on the lower end. We can take advantage of this by
Is it
slowing them
gonna
down
be like
while
Arts
inflicting
Superior?
arts damage to quickly neutralize them,
Like
thus
episode
taking the pressure
12?
off our melee operators.
Or isn't that
It's
episode?
a good thing we already know how to deal with them. Do the little sheep have any other forms?
Moon Trail.
The sheep have
There
been
we go.
plundering, or as Aya Fayala wrote on her report, fleecing. The shops on the scenic beachfront Fashion Street, to the point that they lost a witch hat belonging to them.
Oh, they have a really quick attack
Is there
speed.
anything special about the sheep that wear this kind of hat?
Any sheep that wears the witch hat will become a supernova caster. And if it is inside a cloud of carmine steam without being blocked, it can inflict
It may not
arts
be that
damage
difficult
to
to
3
deal with, though,
operators at
so
the same
that's good.
time.
Oh, that's gonna be even more of a headache for our operators. Maybe this is where the steam soda bottles we mentioned earlier come in handy.
I probably missed
Right.
out. I'm guessing they just do more
Ayafayala
damage
mentioned this
than
in her data
Steam.
too. By breaking a steam soda bottle and engulfing the supernova caster in the pure white steam released from within, it will only be able to attack a single operator.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps we could deploy
Even
some
then, that's
defender
not too
operators
difficult.
to
You just-
block their attacks.
Well, depends on how much
It
fast they
looks like
attack and how much
it's really
damage.
important to be flexible in using the soda bottles.
So the officer is gonna be working
The
hard in this
trickiest
event.
of them all is Dolly, sovereign of sheep. Although he normally looks out for Ayafayala, he is very competitive and takes this event seriously.
You mean this fluffy little critter that looks like an extra large pink cotton candy?
Correct. Dolly has a thick
I like
layer
how it was
of
using
wool
4
that
operators
acts as
only.
his shield.
It's
The
like,
wool also allows
are you trying to
him
make this
float,
event look
which is
easy, or are
why
you just
many
trying to
have come
flex
to
some
call
people?
him Airy Dolly while he is in this state. Dolly enjoys surfing on the lava, and once he locks onto a unit, he will unleash elated fire breathing on all tiles in a straight line in the direction of that unit.
That sounds tricky. If he's floating, only our anti-air operators will be able to do anything about him.
Okay, so there's a bit of anti-air needing.
Right.
Okay, so
This is
they
why
have
we
to
must
make them
force Dolly
easy
to
enough
land
in the
by breaking through his wool
first set of
shield.
stages.
Ayafayala made specific note of this in her operation report.
That free deployment
Her
is pretty
report
good.
also mentions
with the
once
bottles.
Dolly makes landfall, without his
okay.
wool, he turns into Frantic Dolly. Frantic Dolly can even enter a state of unintentional explosion. Once he is charged, all carmine steam from right to left will be ignited, dealing arts and burn damage to anyone caught within.
It seems that even if we break through his shield, our work is far from done.
Right. Our operators cannot block Frantic Dolly, and any operators deployed on the tiles he passes over will also be dealt arts and burn damage.
Right. And if I remember rightly, we have quite a few medic operators who can heal elemental damage.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yep.
As long as our operators read up on Ayafayala's research data, the sheep's behaviors are not difficult to grasp. I happen to have a clip of Siesta prepared. Let's take a look.
Is it the PV? Oh, yep. Interesting how they have lyrics, even though there's no lyrics to it to begin with. Like in the middle of the city passed a new home. Things experienced the last few days have been mind-blowing. For the ones. You need a new siesta. This isn't truly over, there's always a new side. Blah, blah, blah. I cannot sing with this voice, man. Now, she might be interesting, but a lot of people think she's overrated. We'll see. I might use her and test her out. Assuming I actually get anything. Last limited was like utter shit, so we'll see what this limited. Sawyer's not all that good. I mean, I was hoping she'd be good, but she's not that crazy compared to her.
たくさん熱い溶岩に触れてみようって思って。
And then the skins that I probably will skip. Honestly. Because I'm that poor. Obviously, I can't really skip him, but I like her other skin more than her summer skin. TUG, I like her Christmas skin. The fact they put it to live 2D is kind of like, bruh. I'd rather have the live 2D for the Christmas than this. I don't know, I just like the animations more for the Christmas. But we'll see. I may change my mind to get at least GG's skin.
Whoa. Siesta looks just as tremendous as ever. The scorching hot volcano and refreshing beaches really make me appreciate how magical the natural world can be.
Right. Siesta's famously unique picturesque charisma remains pristine. There is no doubt about this. A true resort destination.
Oh, that reminds me. We have a few new operators joining us from Siesta, in addition to 2 of our old friends.
Amiya, have you looked at the reports regarding our new operators?
Yep, Dr. Warfarin and some of our others introduced them to me briefly.
Good. Of the new operators, I am more familiar with Ponsiris, as she is currently assisting Dr. Warfarin. From what I have heard,
interesting.
She seems to be working quite well with her.
Oh, well, I wonder if that's a good thing or not.
As long as Warfarin doesn't go too overboard, I suppose it should be good.
Oh, since Dr. Warfarin took Ponsiris away shortly after she came on board, you probably don't know too much about her, do you, Doctor? I'll give you a little introduction. Ponsiris was invited to Rhodes Island for arypathy treatment. That said, her condition isn't very severe, and since she's pretty adept at construction work, she is also helping us out with renovations and refurbishments to the landship's interior spaces.
Okay.
She is a Vanguard operator, and as soon as she is deployed, she
Engineers
gains a
ratio,
certain amount
pretty
of deployment points, as well as receiving increased attack and defense while the skill is in effect. And all subsequent times she uses her skill, she obtains extra DP in set intervals with unlimited duration. Her efficient DP recovery is also thanks to her solid foundation in construction.
Indeed. It matters not whether the battle has only just begun or already progressed some time. The continuous recovery of DP is particularly important.
Yeah,
As
I
for
think a
our
lot of
other
people
new
do sleep on that.
Raya Fida.
Amiya. There could be a
what
little
have you
bit of
heard about him?
overhyping it, but I think Centrations can be really good.
I haven't really interacted with him much, so most of what I know comes secondhand from talking to other operators. He's a born and bred Siestan, and he runs an eatery called the White Volcano on the beachfront fashion street with his family. But because of the volcanic activity in the area, his family had no choice but to move to the nomadic plate, and their restaurant business hasn't been as good as it was. For his family's livelihood, he had to take up work elsewhere, and that's when he unfortunately became infected with arypathy.
I heard about the cause of his arypathy. He is extremely irresponsible with his own health.
Let's not be too harsh on him. He did it for his family. From what I heard, he's now very proactive with his checkups, and all his indicators have been trending normal.
I sure hope so.
Oh, and from what I know, although he is a melee operator, his attacks can also reach enemies positioned farther away.
So he might be
Once
decent,
he
we'll
activates
see.
his skill, his attack is increased by a certain degree, and the friendly operator with the highest block in the 8 tiles surrounding him will also receive significantly increased defense.
I could see
But
some use
after
from
his
him.
skill's duration ends, the operator with the buff defense will be stunned for a few seconds.
Except for that. That's like,
Is that so?
that's like the only
Well then.
caveat.
It seems we must also deploy other operators with stable output around him. Otherwise, when his skill comes to an end, any enemy units not eliminated could break through our defensive line. Take note of this, Doctor.
This Manticore, man.
Right. If we
Throw
can
them
use
down
or
so
make
fast they
use
can't
of
get
the
through.
advantages of this skill
Boom.
during combat, I'm sure we can greatly improve combat efficiency and eliminate large
And if
amounts
it's
of
too
enemies
much,
in
not
one
enough,
fell
Ethan.
swoop.
Put Ethan with Manticore. There you go.
I believe we have learned quite a bit about our new operators. Now, I must confess that the LGD commissioner making her way to Siesta for vacation took me by surprise.
Not really.
Oh, you mean Swire?
It's weird how they
Aside
kind
from
of
her
go back and
vacation
forth
in
between
Siesta,
Siesta
she also
and
brought along an investment proposal. As soon as they finished their research
Javier,
on Siesta,
I can't even remember the
she
country
and
now.
Bison
Dang it.
formed a logistics company called Mountain Com Trade and established a Siestan logistics industry. She's a really great businesswoman.
I am not particularly interested in the business world, but her abilities are worthy of regard. I hope these young operators will be able to step out of their family's shadows.
Huh? What did you just say, Dr. Kaltsit?
Never mind. Continue, Amiya.
Oh, okay. Swire is wearing a very different outfit compared to usual, but that's only natural when she's there on vacation.
Yeah.
Swire,
Oh,
the
okay.
elegant wit,
I thought she was
uses
talking
up
about
to
like.
3 DP
I thought she was gonna
every
talk about
3
like the
seconds she is deployed.
controversy about
But in
her
turn,
like
she also gains
degrading
a gold coin
in terms of
every
what she's
time
wearing.
she consumes
But no,
DP.
she's talking about the fact that she's in a
And
swimsuit.
once she activates her skill,
Oh,
all
swimsuit.
her attacks strike her enemies twice. On top of that, she also
I
gets
was
to
hoping this would
capture
be a
gold
really
coin
cool
every
and good
time she
skill,
defeats
but
an enemy.
it's not that great
The
for the
moment
amount of
she
charge you
deactivates
need.
her skill, she consumes all her
It's
coins
like a really good
and
push,
unleashes
but
an
you need to
attack on
do so
random
much
enemies
charge,
within range.
and it's just too
Every
much.
coin she uses deals a certain amount of physical damage.
I guess if you're
while pushing the
blocking and
target
you can
forward,
use it every so
but
often
she
to
can
keep
only
pushing,
hold
I guess could
up to
work with like a
10
beat
coins
score
at a
setup,
time.
but she would also have to tank
Using
everything
her DP
too.
during combat as an investment? That is indeed a technique very befitting of her.
It's true that only an operator with such a unique personality could so flawlessly blend her style into combat. Huh? Isn't this the little black sheep that follows Ea Fiala around? What is it doing here?
The medical department scheduled a physical examination for her after she came back. If memory serves, her report is scheduled for pickup today. She must be nearby to collect it. Don't look at me like that, Doctor. If you have a question, you can ask her yourself. I am not here to chit-chat with you.
Dr.
They're
Kaltsit,
really making her a
please don't be so
tsundere.
harsh. The doctor
Why?
is just worried about Ea Fiala's
I don't
condition.
know. I feel like that's like under the bridge now with the story,
Ea
so it's like,
Fiala came back
why
from
are we
Siesta
should be
with
more
her mother's
tsundere?
protective coat.
I'm not
She
that.
told us that the
I mean,
coat
to
used
me,
be
I
on
feel like
display
that's
in the
kind
Volcano
of disappeared
Museum,
with her from her character
but she wanted to
as
survey
time goes
more
on, so
volcanoes
it's
while
like,
wearing it. And so she brought it back.
I think that's a little
At
forced
the
there.
same time, she also brought back the words her parents left behind for her. I really can't help but admire the
Especially because like the timeline
exploration
of
in the
events so
stars.
far in this event is like way after the second arc, so like, you
You
know,
haven't seen Ea Fiala yet?
it's very likely that way anyway.
I wonder if she'll
But,
be mad if I
maybe
tell
not.
you more details without her permission.
I don't know if they would really put that many
Alright,
summer
I'll
events
tell you.
happening in
We'll
between the two.
apologize to her later.
You see, Adele, magma is formed from molten rocks. They are usually packed tightly to each other.
I don't remember if
deep
this was
under
in the
this
scene or not.
land. Rocks are pulled along by the slow drifting mantle. before colliding with other rocks at faraway places. Though separated by vast distances, they all converge into a singular life force of molten heat. With the long darkness endured, they will at last emerge in a brilliant eruption. It's a blossom, producing a haze full of peace and life. Then a withering, all cools down and solidifies. In the end, they fall back onto the land, invigorating its soil, on which everything that grows will do so. However, those mountains of fire can also exact a deadly toll, stalling with terrible damage, and breathing strange hope for those who survive. We once know there is a way to stop volcanoes from taking their lives. Seismic vibrations. What exactly gives this land its heartbeat? What causes its blood to freeze and boil? The unaided human eye can barely fathom the immensity of geological science. Our existence is simply too short. Yet at this very brief moment, I can easily gaze upon this beauteous scenery. And you, Adele. We have witnessed instances of crustal movements and vast seas of sputtering lava. It felt as though we had lived multiple lifetimes. We are the fortunate few who found a mystery that both of us fell in love with. If only the magma coursing through this land had flowed a little slower.
Just as Fiala's parents said, the volcanoes bring destruction, but at the same time, they also create hope. Fiala inherited her parents' ambition and followed in their footsteps studying volcanism. Her persistence in surveying volcanoes and preventing catastrophes has also had
I believe both S2 and S3 are
on her
really good to
original
go for.
products.
I think S3 is probably the one used
Fiala,
most,
the Viaska,
just because of her
activates
global
her
range.
skill, her attack range expands to cover the entire battlefield. And she heals partial amounts of HP and elemental damage in bursts of 5, prioritizing healing different targets. Her second talent increases the max HP of friendly units within attack range, as well as helping them resist elemental damage. While her talent is active, this can be increased 5 times over. Compared to most medic operators, Fiala's skill has great effect in recovering and decreasing elemental damage. And once it activates, her healing range is no longer limited. All deployed operators will receive her healing effect. If we can deploy Fiala in a relatively safe position, it will give us the upper hand when we are up against enemies who deal elemental damage.
I don't think that's going to be too
That
important
is
anyway,
indeed
because
an
she's
unimpeachable
insane.
strategic
So.
plan for her deployment. Fiala's strength, from a medical standpoint, and her dependability make her an irreplaceable asset. Amiya, I've determined you need to take a break. Come to the cafe with me.
Okay, Dr. Kaltzit. Sitting down for a chat is a fine idea. But this conversation really has me thinking of all the new, interesting things that happened on this trip to Siesta. It makes me want to go see the new Siesta for myself. Doctor, let's go there together on our next vacation, can we? And you can come with us, Dr. Kaltzit.
Siesta is changing. Any novelty to be found there also comes with risks. We must remain vigilant at all times.
But it would be so nice if we all got to go together. both of you could use a vacation.
That said, adequate rest and recreation are essential. Doctor, as long as you can take care of both yourself and Amia, I will allow it.
Yay! But I can take care of myself. Oh, right. If we go to Siesta, we'll get to meet Brio
To start on the
too.
16th. Okay,
Or we'll
makes
run
sense.
into those
They kind of
mysterious
just did
sheep
this
we
like
talked about on
1
our
week
way
thing
there.
with the Green Echoes
But I'm
rerun,
sure our trip
completely
will go
baffling
just fine
people.
with you coming along, Doctor.
It's funny seeing people being baffled that
Speaking
there's
of
no
Bryophyta,
fourth IS.
Amia, you mentioned earlier that
Or-
his family
yeah,
runs
fourth.
an eatery called White Volcano. Is that correct?
Right. And I heard we can trade the fluffy critter wool we collect from the mischievous sheep there for goodies. Aside from Bryophyta's token, there's also some trip to the White Volcano furniture, headhunting permits, module materials, and much more. Which
Yep.
means that the more
General
fluffy
gist.
critter wool we
Got
have,
it.
the more goodies we can buy.
I see. Indeed. Resource stockpiling and planning have long been an issue Rhodes Island faces when it comes to operator training. In that case, it seems we must trust in our doctor's abilities.
The doctor's like, it'll be fine, it'll be fine.
Right. I will leave it to you to supervise, Amia.
Okay.
Back to the subject of siesta. Our operators, especially AF Fiala and Swire, have gone through a lot there.
Didn't say now
Their new
Swire's dock could have
appearances
been
are a
limited.
testament to their growth.
That's just weird, you know.
I just can't
You would
help
think
being
that that would not be
surprised,
limited,
no matter how
but
many times I look at them. They feel so different from before. Aya Fiala looks so much more like a volcano researcher in her protective gear. Oh, and looking closer, her staff has these colorful branches and leaves now.
Yes. It just goes to show how AF Fiala has resolved the issues that once racked her heart.
On the other hand, Swire is shining just as bright as ever. She makes such an impression on everybody whenever she shows up. With luck, you'll meet the two of them during this limited headhunting Cloudtop Lucid Dreams.
you probably just would have met Effia.
I hope you'll witness our two operators return very soon. What's more, Siesta has prepared some gifts for us.
That's right, Doctor. While the event
Yeah,
is
so
ongoing,
gonna be
as long
24
as you pay
free
Siesta a
summons on
visit,
top
you'll
of
obtain
origin
a
you get,
footprints of
and then
the
you can get
clouds
like
headhunting
probably
permit.
3 from the shop.
Using this special headhunting permit, you'll get to do a single 10 roll for free on the Cloudtop Lucid
It's gonna be like
Dreams
maybe
banner.
50 to 56 is it usually
And I
the amount of
believe
summons
there's
you can
even
get
more?
in total.
Of course. Just as always, the doctor will be able to headhunt on Cloudtop Lucid Dreams
Yep.
for free once per day. The chance refreshes every day, and they don't accumulate. Be sure you don't miss a single one. That's not all. I just got word that Siesta prepared a sign-in event for the doctor's upcoming trip there.
I'm surprised
Oh,
they didn't change
I've
the
heard of
head
this.
hunting for this.
The
Unless they
silent
did,
event will last
we'll
14
see.
days, and the doctor will be able to obtain its
Because I know
many
they did
rewards
like
by
for normal
accumulating
summons,
10
which is kind of
sign-ins.
insane. I didn't
From
see
what
anything
I
about that,
understand, the third day of cumulative sign-in
but for limiteds
grants the
here,
custom furniture hot tub, while the
I don't
eighth
think
day
they did,
rewards you
but
with
who knows?
Chestnut's
They might
casual
have.
vacation attire.
The little black sheep looks so cute bathing in magma. Must be
Okay.
piping hot.
Doctor, do remember to show up on time. Next up, as is customary, let me hand it over to Amia to talk about the Siesta Graffiti Wall event.
I'm sure the doctor is very familiar with this event already. But okay, during the event period, the doctor can draw 2 strips from the Siesta graffiti wall each day to obtain a rundum. The highest amount of Arundum drawn is awarded to the doctor. If you end up getting less than 400 Arundum that day, you will be given an additional draw the next day. However, the number of strips you can draw on any given day maxes out at 3. In short, it's an event that gives you chances to score lots of Arundum just for logging in.
Yeah.
It does sound like a considerable number. Doctor, it's not just
In
Siesta.
practice, it's
Rhodes
not
Island
always.
has also prepared a small
It's
gift
like
for you.
probably a 10-full and that's it.
It should reach you immediately after our stream.
Okay.
You can use it as part of your supplies on your trip to Siesta.
Although you'll be visiting Siesta, it still isn't quite the ideal sightseeing hotspot
I'm
yet.
surprised they haven't gone full in for codes
Siesta
again.
is still in
Like
a
they did
difficult
last time.
transitional
I
process.
don't know
following
why they
its move,
haven't. It's like they
and it
really
needs
did
new
hard
investment
and they just
projects more than
completely
ever.
forgot.
Operator Swire's on-site investigation has determined that the new Siesta has
They're like,
substantial
oh, maybe
development
we should just
potential.
put it as like an in-game
Right.
thing for everyone.
I've also heard that Swire asked Snowcent to run a small shop there.
Indeed. It would seem Operator Swire has matured quite a bit. The new Siestan commercial sector has yet to take shape. Operating a shop all on her own will likely be a challenge for Snowcent. Small boutiques are a dime a dozen in Siesta. To stand out from the competition, you must be able to provide the store with both a distinctive lineup of products and a suitable business strategy.
Yes, Snowcent's shop sells mainly drinks, meals, and souvenirs. The customers that visit her shop every day are from all over, and they each have their own preferences. Doctor, you need to help Snowcent plan out what items to stock in the shop and the sales strategy for the day based on current market conditions to maximize her profits.
In that case, I believe we will need to secure an information advantage over our adversaries via certain special channels.
That's right. When stocking and selling items, we can ask around to get a handle on our business rivals' strategies in order to better formulate our own and increase our revenue. There's a limit to how many times we can ask around each day, and this is based on our total earnings.
It sounds like the doctor will have to formulate the shop's business strategy well then.
This will be
We'll
easy
probably have
for
like
the doctor,
3
I'm
weeks.
sure. Isn't that right, Doctor? I've also heard that to develop their tourism sector, Siesta has added a lot of new fashion styles. Let me talk a little bit about Siesta's newest signature outfits.
This is my first time seeing these 3 Rhodes Island operators posing in the same photo. It looks like Operator Golden Glow wasn't prepared to be in the picture.
I think you're right. She's even holding a watermelon. That's so cute, don't you think?
Judging by the look on the doctor's face, I think you'll have to reveal more about these outfits, Amia.
No problem. Gaviel the Invincible looks just as cool as ever in this new outfit. From what I've heard, this outfit has Gaviel the Invincible
I don't know. I'm not really a
showing
big
her
fan of the
beautiful
whole
tail on purpose.
surfbird chainsaw.
Her blue and white top, her woven hair, and glistening hat make her look all the more charming.
Even her weapon's look has been improved to match her outfit. Perhaps Operator Eunectes can help her maintain her new weapon.
Though I can tell Gaviel's new outfit is both lightweight and practical, it must make combat a lot easier.
Next, let's discuss Operator Golden Glow's outfit.
No.
Amia, it seems you're particularly interested in this one.
I am. I understand the
No.
designer gave the outfit a great deal of thought, and she
Come on.
finalized the design
being a
after
weirdo.
referencing Golden Glow's personal character and stature.
The design is indeed quite creative.
Golden Glow looks so much more like the warm, cute girl she is. I'm sure this outfit has her absolutely delighted. It puts her at the center of attention, both on and off the battlefield.
Concealing her combat prowess with fashion is indeed a formidable strategy.
That's right. Speaking of which, Myrtle's new swimsuit is pretty remarkable too. The heart-shaped goggles, graceful frills, and reflective suitcase all match her mischievous and adorable personality.
It feels like it's been so long since I've taken a trip.
If you ever have some free time in your schedule, we can take one together.
I hope it comes to pass. Back to the outfit. I believe Myrtle's flag she uses in combat has seen some subtle changes too. By the way, I want to ask about the duck.
That's her new mount, but she can only ride it inside Rhodes Island's base. But back to outfits. 8 additional popular fashion styles
skins.
will
Yep.
also be back on shelves for a limited time. I hope they'll meet your expectations, Doctor.
Chen the Halungde's 10,000 Mountains will also be back on store shelves. I recall this outfit was quite popular during its initial run.
That's right! This outfit made a huge splash among Rhodes Island operators at the time, thanks to its rich Eastern characteristics.
We must also mention that the Rhodes Island Fashion Review event will begin alongside our 4th anniversary celebration.
Yep.
A total of 84 operator outfits will be available in the store once again for a limited time.
Wow, 84! Looks like the doctor will be busy picking outfits. If you missed any of them before, be sure to take this chance to buy them.
Nah, probably not.
Since this is a celebration, Rhodes Island will also stock 2 new furniture sets.
According to our purchase order, these are the Explorer's Dream Research Cabin and Trip to the White Volcano.
That's right! The Explorer's Dream Research Cabin is modeled after Aya Fiala's recollections. A fluffy rug, a climbing wall designed after volcanic rock, a tarp, volcanic floor tiles. Every single item helps immerse you in the mysterious ambiance of volcanism.
It's called an expedition hut, but there are many furnishings that have no purpose in scientific research.
You're absolutely right, Dr. Kaltsit. Both the big plushie and the chalkboard are just Aya Fiala's style.
What of the other furniture set?
Right. This set is made to resemble a siestan eatery, based on the recollections of Bryophyta and our other operators who have visited. The design really brings out the enthusiasm and dreamlike feeling inherent to Siesta as a coastal city.
Yes, the round outdoor table, the surfboard racks, the framed painting, and the bar counter.
Cats.
Indeed, all siestan style.
You don't need to use your claws.
To celebrate the 4th anniversary of Rhodes Island's voyage, as well as Siesta's new beginning, Closure and Swire have joined forces and released a number of new bundles.
To quote Closure, with all these products at such deep discounts, no wallet is safe.
As for each bundle's contents,
my wallet's safe.
let us start with the 4th anniversary packs released by Siesta, each of which contains a multitude of growth materials. The Hot Springs Tour Pack and Volcano Revelry Pack contain large amounts of Originite Prime, headhunting permits, and certain module resources. The Siestan Sightseeing Pack contains Originite Prime, as well as high-grade growth materials such as nucleic crystal sinters and bipolar nanoflakes. Meanwhile, the Holiday Immersive Pack contains materials such as Arundum.
Furthermore, we will also have 4 special training packs in stock. You can use the training invitation letter and training apparatus to quickly train our operators.
Looks like Siesta is well prepared this time. They've considered all the assistance that the doctor might require.
Huh? What is Swire's briefcase doing here?
Closure's store doesn't turn anyone away.
Rhodes Island has also prepared a full arsenal of logistical support for you, Doctor. Not only do we have the chip
Oh yeah,
packs
there's also
that
the
you're no doubt
reset.
familiar with,
Am I gonna
we
mention that?
also have these
I
all
don't think they mentioned that yet,
material
so.
issue voucher packs. Once purchased, you can choose the resources and materials you need, but this is limited to 2 packs per month.
Lastly, to help our new and returning doctors catch up to Rhodes Island's current progress, starting from the 4th anniversary, the Procurement Center will also see the introduction of starter and recalibrate fit-in packs.
Whoa, that's great news! Now our doctors can adjust to difficult battles much more easily.
Right. The doctor will be informed of further details later via our official channels. I hope that these resources will provide the doctor with all necessary assistance.
Crazy cat, you could just not go to
Next
the
up,
right.
Amia,
Jump down, and
perhaps
just
you
going
can
over
tell
my
us
body
about
and over
the
the
new
desk.
operators that will be available in open recruitment.
Right.
Oh,
This time we
Thorn's
will
getting
have
into-
Thorns, Andriana, Piave, Beeswax, and Jay added to the recruitment pool.
that's
Any open
pretty damn
recruitment
good.
slots will be forcibly refreshed at the time of the update. Please be extra careful, Doctor.
You're always so vigilant, Dr. Calcit. This isn't the first time. I'm sure the doctor won't forget. It seems like it was only yesterday that the doctor came back to Rhodes Island. We've been through so very much together.
That was the starting point, and Rhodes Island has undergone significant change since.
Have you been taking good care of the medals we've been awarding you every year?
Mm-hmm.
I knew it.
Yeah. Except for the
Thanks
fact
for
you don't have
maintaining
them
so
up.
well,
You don't
and
even have
thank
them
you
up
for
there because
always being here with us,
OCC medals
In
are
that
on right
case,
now.
I ask you to take the utmost care of this 4th anniversary medal as well.
Take the utmost care of it.
Hey, cat.
I'm just teasing. Oh, right. I hear the kitchen has prepared a lot of tasty treats for today. Let's go take a look.
That reminds me, I am a little thirsty. I'll join you.
Yeah, Doctor. Let's get going.
Of the
The
goodness.
workload this time exceeded my expectations. I wonder how much more there is.
Don't be so impatient, Dr. Calcit. It's going to get even better after this. Huh? What's going...
merch and other stuff. This sheep says, "Fuck y'all, I'm doing my own segment."
Ahem. It seems the mischievous sheep disrupted our screen signal just now. I hope nobody saw anything weird.
As I said earlier, do not be fooled by their outward appearance.
No need to be so serious, Dr. Calcit. This is that part I mentioned where it gets better. You see, Doctor? Rhodes Island has prepared a special video clip for the 4th anniversary.
Is it the vlog that Operator Golden Glow mentioned before?
Dr. Calcit, couldn't you have kept the suspense going for just a little longer? Sheesh.
Oh, you mentioned a special video clip, and it was the first thing that came to mind. Amia, your singing is unexpectedly impressive.
Not at all. I only played a very small part. It's all thanks to your planning.
The exhibition hall as it is now is the result of all our operators' hard work.
Right. This video actually records all of us brainstorming together. I can only show you a small part of it now, but I hope you won't mind watching it with us.
You heard her, Doctor. Now, if you would, Amia.
What is it? Just because this usually gets copyrighted, because trust me, the people that they work with to make these music videos for these live streams, they are so gun throat about it that it's like mute. Because of copyright. I'm sorry, but it's just that insane.
It seems the sheep have a soft spot for Amia's singing.
Dr. Calcit, you've been teasing me the entire day today. Golden Glow was part of it too. Everyone did an excellent job.
Yes, everyone performed admirably.
The complete song and video will be released at a later date. Please stay tuned to the official Arknights channel. Remember to keep a close watch. Over the past 6 months, Rhodes Island has been through a lot together and triumphed over many crises. Each and every operator has undergone some changes, no matter how small. Which is why the meme-making event I'm about to share is a good opportunity to show all of them how much you care. Find our operators' most interesting and special
it's an event actually.
and make memes for them.
We're down an emoji
Personally,
collection event.
I have never doubted how much the doctor cares for all our operators.
That's right. That's exactly why
An
you
emoji
can't
with the
miss out on
character for
this.
your operator on it.
Just by uploading your meme to the official community and including the anniversary event tag, you'll score a chance to win merchandise rewards. Oh, but Dr. Calcit, I'm not very good at drawing.
Not to worry, Amia. A leader needn't be good at everything. Besides, for an event like this, it's the thought that counts. You're so tremendously observant, which is why you will find the last sheep.
Oh, right. Don't forget, Doctor. Setting aside what we just talked about, we also have fun events outside the game. First off, we have our usual birthday cards. But this year's birthday cards are quite different from before. Aside from the usual well wishes and drawings, this time we also have many hidden cards waiting for the players to collect every day. Perhaps some of us have already collected a great number. Doctor, if you haven't participated yet, be sure to check out all the congratulatory anniversary messages. Of course, even more than that, we want to see you leave a message.
As I just said moments ago, it's always the thought that counts.
Secondly, the cute sheep will show up on the webpage to play a game of hide and seek and combination. Doctor, you'll have to swap icons of sheep, bodies, and states to connect 3 identical icons together and make them disappear. The icons that you manage to successfully clear will appear in the combination panel on the right. Once you have a face, a body, and a state, you can form a complete little black sheep and obtain an even higher score.
Okay.
Different combinations and orders will form
So we can make a
different
freak
sheep.
monstrosity. Got it.
At the same time, there are also many more rewards waiting for you.
Doctor, I really hope you haven't been fooled by their outward appearance.
Next, we have another mini-game. This is a game where you can keep collecting delivery orders around the city and earn coins to reach your management goal.
This should be no problem to you with your experience in managing Snowzin's shop. Looks like we have quite a few events going on. I'm concerned this could be a problem for a certain someone's memory.
You don't have to worry. Siesta has provided us a sightseeing guide. In addition to the sights and cultural spots around the city, it also goes into great detail on all these events.
Well then, Doctor. You know what to do.
Next up is a segment that all of us are so excited about. Ta-da! It's the annual merchandise
there.
announcement time.
That's the merch
Aside
time.
from our
Got it.
cute practical products, we also have our annual gift box.
Let me take a look.
Annual gift box.
This year's theme is Terra Fatorum. It seems there is an art book made just for the Doctor in the box, as well as plenty of bundled merchandise.
Right. As soon as you open the box, you find a small desk mat with a very unique design. And the doctor will have a random operator inside the headhunting box to enjoy alongside the art book. The included picture chronicles the story of Rhodes Island, and I hope these operators will help you look back on all the memories we made together.
At the same time, we also have a set of bracelets for the doctor. It is our hope these bracelets will reinforce your belief that Rhodes Island stands with you forever.
The next product is the star of our 4th anniversary, Ea Fiala.
The sheep-shaped cape covers her fully, making this an especially unique plush.
This Ea Fiala plushie is small and easy to carry
Still
around.
not really the
You can even
biggest
hang her
fan
on
of
your
these
bag
types of
and take her
plushes.
outside
They're
with you.
trying,
That way, no matter where you are,
but
you'll always have a merry
I just
companion there
can't.
with you.
I
The
think
next
like the
product will no
other
doubt
versions
provide
of
a
plush are
great
just
deal of
better
convenience to
still.
our doctors' daily lives and journeys.
To fulfill our doctor's many ever-changing needs, we designed 2 carrying cases with unique characteristics. They will serve you well, whether you use them as portable carrying cases during your travels or as practical storage at home.
The storage of small objects is indeed a vexing problem. This cleverly designed storage case will single-handedly solve this problem for our doctors.
Next, I'd like to introduce the regular anniversary celebration products. This time we've added some special designs.
Our operators' many weapons and combat styles have no doubt left a deep impression, and our glow-in-the-dark metal badges this time employ unique
I don't know why
designs
they chose
that
that color
particularly
for
showcase these
FIA,
special
but
characteristics of our operators.
for staff.
We carefully selected 3 operators for our line of badges this year, and I hope the hint of light they provide will accompany you through your darkest nights. Next, we have 2 especially thoughtful and exquisite products. They are items that our doctors no doubt know and love, and we adapted them into our product designs this time.
The first is the Arundum that is used as tokens across the lands of Terra. In addition, we also have the more unique and precious Originite Prime.
It's worth mentioning that these 2 products have both undergone specialized modification processing. The Originium has been forged into an elegant necklace with utmost care, while the Arundum was made into a distinctive brooch. This way, not only can you appreciate their beauty, you can also wear them as fashion accessories.
Amia, I believe you have a small additional surprise for the doctor?
I may have called it a surprise, but I'm sure the doctor has already figured it out. Ta-da! It's our usual plushie time.
Plushies. Indeed. Out of all our merchandise, they rank fairly high in terms of popularity.
That's right. The ones we have on display this time are Neural, Blemishine, and Molnar. And we also have Exusier, who is always collecting gifts for us, as well as the star of our event, Ea Fiala. Look, doesn't their cuteness stir your heart?
We also brought with us another product equally as practical and beloved by our doctors.
Ta-da! This is the satchel that Exusier carries around, and it has a Penguin Logistics logo printed on top. Not only is it practical, it's also teeming with brand identity.
This time we chose DuPont Tyvek for the material, giving the satchel a quality feel and outstanding visual effect, not to mention the environmental contributions the material provides.
Next, we have some cute straps inspired by our operators. Whether you put them on your satchel or use them as keychains, they'll let you feel your operator's constant companionship.
You may choose the operator
Those look
straps
pretty good.
based on your personal preferences. If you collect all of them, you will find that each of the straps emphasizes one of the operator's unique traits.
These straps also come with a small accessory that's closely related to their corresponding operator. We hope you'll like them.
The next product we have is a combination of both leisure and practicality.
Oh, isn't this the operator headhunting pack that we all know and love?
Indeed it is. But notice that this is not simply a bag. When opened, you will see a comfortable blanket hiding within.
Huh.
Whenever the doctor is in need of an afternoon nap, this can be used as a pillow. And when it is cold, the blanket inside can be removed for use.
Oh, Dr. Kaltzit, do you remember the New Year's gourmet feast event that we ran last year?
Yes, I do.
Has it really been a whole year already? I took lots of pictures of the doctor gorging on food back then. Many of the entries were included in the last chapter of Rhodes Kitchen Tidbits. And this time, we'll be releasing a physical version of the manga.
Those photographs indeed left quite an impression.
Yes. Although it's been some time, the doctor's passion reaches me even now. More details on the manga will be forthcoming. Be sure to stay tuned to news from our official store. That concludes all the merchandise we have for you today, Doctor. As per usual, to commemorate this live stream, we have some store rewards for you. Let's take a look at the interesting goodies we're offering this time.
Okay.
The first is one that goes with our new merchandise. During the event period, any doctors who purchase anything from the store will get a single pair of paper glasses. As for the second goodie, remember this special live stream discount code, doctors. You'll get $5 off just for entering this code when you complete your order.
Okay.
You could also be among the first to receive news on our latest products and discounts by following our store and official accounts on Twitter. Let us see each other on the YoStar store.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
feeling
that makes
all
more
bugged
sense
out.
now from what I've seen.
Amiya, you need to get some rest.
I'm all right. Thanks for your concern, Dr. Kaltzit. Oh, by the way, Closure sent me a siesta commercial clip. I don't think I've shown it to the doctor yet. Let's watch it together.
So just going over everything.
It's a tourism promotion. The information provided is acceptable.
That's right. It really showcased the beauty of the Siestan landscape. Right. I have one more thing I want to show you, Doctor. We've been through a lot together the past year. The places we've visited, the people we've helped are truly thankful for the sacrifices we've made. No matter how difficult a mission is, all of us at Rhodes Island can bring it to a successful conclusion together. Doctor, which mission has left the strongest impression on you?
It would have been...
The ones I
My
went
brain's
on with
being stupid
Amiya?
right now. If to answer a question, it would be, Las
As long as
Circasa.
you're here by my side, I'll keep doing my best to get stronger.
But there's
Oh,
also
yeah.
the chapters as well.
With great
the
power
episodes.
comes great vulnerability. You need to properly rest and recuperate during your off time between missions.
Right. I'll be sure to do that. Speaking of recuperating, Doctor, I really want to try those volcanic hot springs. And the Siestan street food, too. I've heard it's amazing.
The presents that Aya Fiala brought back should all be in place already. Amiya, Perhaps you should take a look and see if there's anything you want to claim as your own.
Really? So does that mean our meeting has come to a successful close?
Yes, it does.
Doctor, I'm off to unbox those presents. See you later. Bye-bye.
Combo fights with the Doctor. 4 billion. Doctors have reached level 60, 80, under 120. Only 1.9% of doctors are level 120. Alright. As a chapter 12, 32,000 doctors collect all episode medals. Average number of operators and doctors recruits, 450 million. Position of the following: 863 million Orgium, 19 trillion LMD, 67 billion Sanity, and 398 billion Random. Recruitment 3. Okay, top. How are people getting those? Obviously not that much. Total number of skill masteries 31. Operators with skillstration skill level 3. Yes, area is no brainer. The Texas for contingency contract. Now, this might end up bringing some controversy because I wonder if they changed some things. What are these statistics? Coverage 7 of top 13. Oh, is this like the amount of people? No, that wouldn't make any sense. Oh wait, that what? Go back a little bit. October 15th. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, they don't actually say. Okay, I don't understand what they're trying to get at here. Most used assistants. Okay. Operators with 200% trust. Obviously, Amiya makes sense. Most used 475 star operator. Myrtle. Lapland 5th place. Okay, I want to come back here because the best 5-star in terms of like actual like what people feel like is Lapland. And like a lot of people keep bringing Lapland down. Like it's funny because like when in CN when what's her face came out and people just kept trashing on Lapland, and it's like Lapland is like, funny enough, again, one of the two most top like thought process most liked operators. You can make the argument that, oh yeah, Texas, because everyone gets Texas for free. Let's be real here. That's the only reason why Texas is above. I would put these two together as tied, or at least Lapland more than Thalopsis. But you can't underestimate the healing from Thalopsis. And Lapland's silence is just way too fucking good. They keep giving her use for her silence, so that also helps. Most use 6 stars. This is not surprising. It's not because they're really good at this point. It's just because everyone gets them. This is the reason why this is kind of skewed. And I'm going to say that right now at this point. It's just skewed because like Susai, Saria, Silverash, like everyone gets them. Bad Map and Thorns are kind of like the exception to a certain degree, but honestly, like, because everyone gets them, it's like it's going to be skewed. Most used support unit. Now this is gonna be less skewed, but okay. Best selling offense. Starter, yeah. People have achieved all 3 endings. 15% of people have done all 3. So this one might confuse people a little bit. I want to go back. I hate this, how so small it is for each section. Okay, so I know some people got really confused with this, like why they're so different and why this one's so less than the other two and blah 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 blah. It's because it's taking consideration, okay, you have a certain amount of player base, 100% of player base. Only 25 of that player base has gone ending 1. Now out of that 25%, only 9.18% of that 25%, so let's say it's 100. Now we have 25. 9% of the 25, that means it's 9. So you have about 9 people that have gone both endings in this example. Then you have 50% of that 9. That'd be like about 6. Let's say 6 is 15 into 100, roughly speaking, or 7. So really bad math here. It's probably like, it's not fully even, so probably like 2 or 3 people out of the hundreds of people at the start have gone all 3 endings, as in the example. Anyway, interesting statistics to see. I have not done the 4th ending, but who knows when I get around to it. Okay. Mizuki, Killer Robber, 962,000 ducks have been counted. Only about 45% have been destroyed. Gopnik, 895,000, only 70%. And 900,000 of the Crying Thief, 65%. Interesting to see that Gopnik is like the 2nd most killed. Like, yeah, he's like really tanky and hits hard, but he's slow. And that just gives you more time to deal with them. Like, that's the only reason why the Duck Lord is so elusive to kill. Even though he's countered the most, which I've encountered a Crying Thief more than these 2 fools. That's just me. Also doesn't help that a lot of this is probably skewed for like the speed runs. Saying. That could also indicate some issues too. I feel like the speedruns probably definitely skewed some results like this. Like the Crying Thief is the easiest because Texas Alter exists. Like, literally just OCOs it. Ventilation algorithm. Only 10% of doctors obtain 6,000 badges of proximity and claimed on Damn, I'm not surprised with that. I am not fucking surprised with that. I am not. That deserved to be a coughing laugh.
Every birth has a meaning. If you have yet to find yours, I can help. Hello, doctors. I'm Sura Sue, the voice behind Keltsit, and I'm honored to celebrate Arknights' 4th anniversary with all of you. Keltsit is one of the first characters to appear in Arknights' main theme storyline, and her footsteps blanket the whole continent of Terra. Over the past 1,000 years, her shadows have passed over the many forces at play on the land. Wheresoever a fire ravages, she is there to put it out. Although the person she once was has been lost to history, Kaltsit has gained much, much more. She is more than the product of a past civilization with a mission to fulfill. She loves Terra, and she loves the people of the land. We still have a long way to the future, and I hope that all of you doctors will continue to journey alongside Kaltsit in the upcoming storyline. And I hope you will enjoy my take on Kaltsit. I am thankful that I'm not a mere machine. From the moment I walked into the forgotten dust, I've been seeking that primal answer.
Oh,
I'm your bodyguard again, just like old times, Doctor. And it's not
I
just
might
a
just
job,
skip this.
it's a reunion.
Is this just
That's something
all
worth cherishing.
voices?
Happy anniversary, doctors! I'm Jessica Preddy, the voice behind Texas.
I'm sorry.
I'm so happy to have this chance to say hello to you and
But
celebrate this
I'm-
anniversary together.
I'm not too worried
The
about
character I
VAs all
play,
that much.
Texas, is a complex personality. On the surface, she works for Penguin Logistics and Loom.
Need to go a bit farther, a bit deeper. I want to wear the brightly colored ornaments and get to the
I
truth
want
in
to
the
see
hot
what the
magma,
last ending here is, and then
just like my
that'll
mom
probably
and
be
dad
it.
did.
So yeah, a lot more work went into this 4th anniversary. I don't remember there being like actual like an ending cutscene. Okay, I see. Okay, so that third company is actually just for, okay, 3D effects. Okay. So that is the 4th anniversary live stream. Now, of course, I'm not really too surprised because I've already known since CN what we're going to be getting. And I knew this was going to be kind of what we are going to do for our 4th anniversary. Kind of cool if we actually got summer for summer and, you know, winter for winter, but regardless, I can't really say much. I mean, we know how operators are. Effie broken as hell. Completely trivializes every healer in the game. And then you have Swire, who's just there. Probably the one of the two you don't want to get. But I mean, she's not like bad, but she could have been way better in a lot of ways. And she didn't, unfortunately. What is there? Is there anything else to note specific? Merch was pretty decent aside from plushies. I don't really like the plushies still. I think the plushies of the CN versions that we've had or gone were kind of better. I mean, granted, the I don't know. I'm mixed. I'm kind of mixed still. But yeah, the merch is I didn't really see anything beforehand, so I couldn't really say. I knew that the glasses were there, but that's just a special deal thing. So I mean, I'm not really mad about that. I'm like, okay, they're not. That's just a stupid, funny add-on. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna really be able to do anything because I am poor. But aside from being poor, merchandise looks pretty good for once. I think it's a bump up from the last few that we've had. To a certain degree, but I mean, still, I'm not too crazy for it. But that's just me. Okay. There's also the fact I've been kind of every so often here. The quality has gone even further than it was, especially for the 3D modeling. Pretty good. I think, on the other hand, I think the lines for Kelsey was too much. I think they were trying way too hard with her, especially given that's where they are should be storyline wise, and just what we know so far. If they're doing it like that, she's not supposed to be that tsundere. She's not supposed to be that like harsh against the darkness still, given all the stuff that's happened. That has actually died down a lot in the story. So, like, to me, I don't know. I felt that was a little too much. But that's just me. Maybe other people like it. I'm not really the biggest fan. She could have some score for lines, but I feel like they went a little too hard on that. I think that's all there really is to note about the stream. Again, I think the biggest criticism is stop making it at 7 fucking a.m. There we go. Like, I don't understand this thought process that needs to be really in the early morning when people are still asleep. I'm not gonna get my ass up unless it's CN where I've never seen it before to watch a live stream. I've already seen I know what majority of what's gonna be shown. So there is no point in me waking up at 7 fucking a.m. to watch this. I mean, just in general, this should be in the evening. Here's the thing, you don't have to do it at the same fucking time. I think the JP stream has already happened beforehand, unless I'm mistaken. But you could do it at different time slots. You have shown to do it at different time slots. Why do you need to do it at 7 fucking a.m.? Seriously. Why not noon or afternoon or evening? That is such a better time. You've done better in the past. Hell, in 2022? Or was it 2023? They did a way better job. I think it was with Chen. And I think it was both with Gabriel and Chen they did it in the evenings. And that was better than what they've been doing in the fucking mornings. And I feel like they probably had a lot better viewer portion to it too. Than just making it in the 7 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, everyone's gonna be up. They do it for the CN live stream. No. This is not new content to the point where you need to wake up at a certain amount of time just to watch it. You could be chill with the other versions. It's like, at this point, we already know what we're gonna get. If it's completely fucking new, then yeah, people might. I would still prefer it to be in the fucking evening. If it's based on your time zone or the group you're supposed to watch, it should be evening. I mean, Sand does it for their base. It'd just be morning for us. Or very late night. I don't know, it depends upon the time zones. But still, generally they'll be in the evenings and or just lights or something like that around there. It's like the CN does it. They've always done it. But what's so different now for EN? It's just more annoying. And this is just how things are. Now, they can't really seem to get a good time, obviously. Now, you might be wondering about Europe. I mean, just do it at different times. Seriously, if you have like a Europe version, which I don't think is really the case, you could do it at a certain time. Heck, you could find a time that would work for both. Like, hey, 1 p.m. There you go. That might actually be a better time for both Europe and America. So we don't have to fucking wake up 7 a.m. for stuff we already know. I'm not gonna do that. Fuck that. So that is like literally the only criticism I have. that it literally makes no sense. And it's honestly, it's not an easy fix, but there kinda is an easy fix. Just do it at like 1. Or like for the United States, which is probably a lot earlier, just do it, at like 1 or in the afternoon. And Europe would be in the evening. There you go. Probably not that hard of a fix, or make it so that it will both in like an evening or afternoon time slot at the same time. Shouldn't be that hard. I mean, it really shouldn't. And then the JP can do whatever the fuck it wants to do. And they can do that. Same thing for CN. But in this case, if you're trying to do like multiple globally, honestly, you'd be focusing on Europe and the United States, and you probably would be doing like, I don't know what time zone. I don't know the best, but you get the point. Overall, yeah, that's all I can really say about the 4th anniversary live stream. Now, as I said before at the beginning of the stream, I don't know if I'm gonna have the full beginning of the stream on stream or not in the video when this gets up onto YouTube at one point. Don't know. Sick. That's why there hasn't really been much. Again, Discord, I always strongly recommend you go to Discord if you want any info at any point or any time. It's me essentially having some lung virus. It's pretty much almost gone at this point, but it's not fully gone. Anyway, again, there's not really much else to do at this point. I will be ending it off here.